Hi lovely Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. Today we're doing your reading for the month of July, which is supercharged with astrological stuff going on. You've probably heard by now from other readers and astrologers. There's a lot going on, you guys. It is an important transformational month for everybody. So I'm gonna go a little tiny bit into it, and I'm gonna be pulling our usual 8 cards, in this case from this deck, which I don't remember the name of it right now. Mystic Mondays, yeah. And then I am going to be doing a weekly breakdown of what to expect every week with this one. I forget the names, jeez. Living with a Feather Heart. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing like a longer reading this time around. I'm gonna have and take all the time in the world for all of the messages that need to come through. You guys know that I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here, for coming back to the readings every week, every month. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to basically the Pisces Club. If you're a Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is the place to be. I do daily Pisces, I do weekly, monthlies, you name it, we got it. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. So let's see, Pisces. Let's do a little bit of an overview as I go ahead and shuffle. So first, we are the first week from the 1st to the 7th of July. We are already under Mercury retrograde's shadow. Mercury goes retrograde on the 7th or 8th-ish, and it stays retrograde most of the month, honestly. So it's going to be a month of retrogrades because there's a lot of other planets that are retrograde. Neptune, Saturn, Jupiter. I heard an astrologer say that this month the only planets that are going to be direct are actually Mars and Venus. So we are definitely in a retrograde season, retrograde period. And we do have eclipses this month as well, which are powerful points of transformation. Not only that, but we do have 2 new moons, which opens up kind of like this new chapter in our lives, right? So there's a lot going on. As you guys know, we are very sensitive to energies. The sign of Pisces tends to feel a lot more than we actually understand or could translate. So this is a month of taking it easy. It's not a month of starting new things necessarily. It would be actually better for us to kind of like review the things that we have already going and maybe adapt certain details, or, you know, make sure that everything is as aligned with us as we want it to be. This is a month to reassess, readdress, revisit, re-explore, you know. With the retrogrades, it's a wonderful time to go within and see what is going on inside of us before moving forward. So don't expect this to be a super hectic, super busy month as far as like work and responsibilities. It might be a busy month emotionally speaking. It might be a busy month spiritually speaking, but not so much in the material world. I feel like our focus is going to be more drawn in. So make sure that you're ready for that. You know what I mean? So let's begin with our first card, the Star. Yes. Oh, beautiful. What a lovely first card to have in our reading. So the Star card is a card of wishes come true. It is a card of spirituality and higher purpose and divine energy. It is a card that basically assures us that what we want is in the making, and it is coming. Even if we may not see exactly how the universe is bringing it into shape, we can have complete faith and trust that every bump on the road, every detour, everything that feels confusing, everything that feels inexplainable sometimes, is taking us to what we asked for. So it is also a month to trust. July is going to be a month to surrender, to allow the universe to kind of like ignite these alchemical processes within us and for us just to be the container, the space in which this transformation occurs. Then we have the Three of Cups. Beautiful energy, you guys. From what I'm getting from this card in this case is that you're going to be realizing that there is beauty in the connections that you have with other people. There is beauty in the vulnerability and in the time spent and invested in your relationships. There could be celebration, proposals, invitations, and we've been deeply in the hermit mode. We've talked about it several times, but I feel like this month of July, you may be the one that's very deeply, very silently, and profoundly craving connection to others. Maybe this past months you've been like, I don't want to know anything about anyone, I want to be on my own, I want some privacy, some time, some space, some quiet. But now maybe you're missing a little bit of the connection to others. So you could be potentially making moves, and I feel it's going to be very subtle for you guys. I feel like it's going to be very mild, very calm, calling a friend here and there, or extending the intention of connecting to others when you maybe haven't done that this year at all, you know what I mean? Or very much, very little compared to your usual self. Then we have the Four of Swords. So this continues to be, I think, a year. Honestly, like, we've been talking about this as well. The first 6 months of the year, we have been doing progress and attaining goals, up-leveling and changing and aligning ourselves with our inner truth, Pisces. But we've also been in this energy almost all year. And the Four of Swords is a very beautiful energy of restoration. Resting, taking your time, taking your space, being quiet and silent and sleeping and meditating and kind of like disconnecting from the hustle and bustle of life and disconnecting from everything that takes percentages of your energy out of you. It's like we are all kind of like cutting cords with all those things that have been draining us for a while or that simply require energy or require attention. So many of us this year are sustaining way less relationships. So like maybe if last year we had 25 friends, this year we have 2. And we're benefiting from all of that 23 channels of energy that were going out of us, because every relationship is a commitment. Every relationship, even friendships, require our presence and our love and our energy, right? And I feel like this year we have kind of cleansed our environment from relationships, from responsibilities, from things that we need to do, commitments, ways of thinking. We are closing the door to all of these energy investments, and we're only focusing on ourselves. And it continues this month. The month of July is definitely going to be great for that as well. So even if you feel like you need a little bit of connection with others, even if you feel like there's beauty in your friendships or you miss certain people from the past, I mean, retrogrades are basically the past coming in again and saying, hey, like, let's relive this experience or let's re-explore this past relationship. So even if you feel very drawn to connecting to others, remember that you're still in this Four of Swords energy and there's a purpose for that, and we're not done there. I feel like this is a year in which we're going to be in the Four of Swords energy as a Pisces. And it is so needed, guys. We have lived so intensely, Pisces. For the better and the worse, we have gone through so many beautiful, intense experiences in the last years. And also a lot of like freaking heavy stuff, And now it's like this year is our time. It is our space to go into the cocoon and freaking sleep. You know what I mean? Sleep, rest, recharge. And as you probably know and probably feel intuitively, it is very likely that 2020 is going to be a very active year. I mean, I don't know astrologically what's going on, but for me, it just feels so true that this is the year to rest, because a lot more beauty is coming. With the Ace of Wands here, the month of July continues to sustain an intention, an inspiration, a creative motivation that has been present in these past months as well. So maybe you started a recent project and you've been working on it and you've been paying attention to it and you have seen the potential of it, and you're kind of like just placing one feet after the other and going through the motions and creating very slow and steady progress. The month of July will allow that inspiration to be ignited again, and you may even, get more insights on how to make that existing project better or more aligned with you or more successful for you. So it is a time to hold space for all of the internal process that is going to happen. You may look very still from an outside perspective, but internally there's going to be a lot going on. And we have the Magician. Yes. Pisces, you guys are master manifestors. Whatever you want to bring into reality, know that you definitely can. But there are some Pisces that are a little bit drained energetically. And if you're drained energetically, the intentions that you set and the things that you want to manifest don't have enough fuel to manifest. So this Four of Swords is essential. But know that definitely the things that you're wishing to manifest, especially if it's regarding this creative project, they're totally possible and you're making them happen in July. So regardless of how much rest you need, regardless of how much internal stuff is going on, manifestation and success is there nonetheless. So that's cool. Then we have the King of Wands. Beautiful, passionate, inspired, motivated, driven energy. It's funny, it's like if you're not resting, you're creating. And if you're not sleeping, you're feeling inspired. So it's interesting. It's kind of like that, those two extremes of like, I don't want to know anything about anything, I want to rest, or I am so excited about this that I need to create. Some of you guys could be dealing with Aries, Leos, Sagittarius, or maybe kind of like absorbing a little, not absorbing, but kind of like embodying a little bit of that energy, that fire energy. Feeling very passionate about your magic, about your manifestations. I mean, those of you who are the witchy type, and you can actually make a lot of beautiful things happen through the eclipses, through the retrogrades. If you know how to navigate that energy and you know how to use that energy on your behalf, there's tons to play with and work with. So make sure that you do if you feel called to, okay? Some of you guys have a person around you that can have fire on their chart. This could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag, but not necessarily. This could be an earth sign with a little bit of fire, or a water sign with a little bit of fire, or whatever it is. But this person is looking at you and they are realizing how much of a magical being you are. And they're recognizing your power and they're recognizing your magic in a way they haven't before. This could be a friend, this could be a family member, this could be an ex-lover. It is definitely an ex-lover for some of you guys. That could be coming in through the Mercury retrograde. Let's see. Oop. We have the Sun. And we have Judgment. Beautiful. So guys, honestly, this month looks a whole lot better than I thought it would. For us Pisces, I was expecting a little bit of a Nine of Swords here, Three of Swords there, but honestly, it seems to me like in a very silent, gentle, peaceful way, you have continued to process what you need to process internally all of this year. So you have been doing the work, even if it doesn't feel like the same kind of work. I feel like when Chiron went from Pisces to Aries, something definitely shifted. And as if before we would focus on this active, conscious healing work of being in connection with the pain, being in connection with the suffering, being in connection with the emotions and purging and, going through it. Now It's more of a, okay, so now I'm going to rest, or now I'm going to take a trip, or now I'm going to create something. And that is our medicine now. It's different. It feels different, but we're still doing the work. And therefore, we're getting, you know, like the rewards of that work we're doing. So that's good. With the sun here and the star, we're actually in a very, very powerful, beautiful space, Pisces. It might be one of those months in which we don't have to do anything and the manifestations are going to roll in. So I could expect a lot of love this month. I could expect a lot of money coming in this month as well. And if it's not the physical manifestation of money, it is the clarity on how to move forward in that area and manifest more. Remember that this is a general reading, guys. Some messages might apply for you if they apply for you. And if they don't apply for you, know that this is probably a message for someone else. And I know that when I speak about the abundance and the money, when I say it, the potential is there, but obviously it depends on your vibration and your energy and how aligned you are with that potential. So it's not, if I say that there is a lot of abundance coming in, it doesn't mean that every single Pisces is getting a certain amount of money a month. It doesn't mean that you're going to receive like a check for doing nothing. You know what I mean? I know this is obvious for many of you, but I have noticed in the comment section that some people are feeling left behind or feeling like for some reason the beautiful messages in regards to money or love are not applying for them. If this is the case for you, I would suggest for you to evaluate your beliefs about money, evaluate your vibration in regards to money, and see how can you align yourself with this potential. Because if it's not coming in, when I'm saying that it's probably coming in, there could be some kind of like energy block or misalignment, okay? Or, I mean, it could go deeper into your chart. We could be seeing different alignments for everybody. Obviously, everyone's different. And, you know, this is pretty obvious for many of you. But I do want you to know that the potential is there. The potential for clarity, the potential for manifestations, the potential for kind of like the universe coming in and bringing you what you deserve without hard, painful, stressful work on your side, okay? You just have to be and exist in July. That's all you have to do. Just go through the motions. If you feel a little bit of a roller coaster emotionally, just go through the roller coaster. Allow things to come through. Allow clarity to come through. Allow the epiphanies. Allow the downloads. Allow the crying, if there's crying. You know, allow the desire to go out with friends and go out with friends. Allow anything that comes, because you are taken care of. This is a process that is sponsored by the universe. This is not chaos. This is not random. So just trust. Allow yourself to trust, because it seems like you're going to go internally into this transformation, and externally the world, like the universe is just going to take care of the things that you would manifest consciously. They're going to come in anyway, but the universe needs your attention to be in resting, in relaxing, in healing more than anywhere else. Okay? I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates with you guys. Now I'm going to be flipping all of these cards, and I'm going to be pulling one card per week to see what is in store every single week, like a breakdown, so we can know what to expect. The first week, we already have the reading should be, the weekly reading should be posted on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And it is Mercury retrograde shadow, so we can expect a little bit of communication issues or feeling way more introspective, having blasts from the past. We can, you know, receive messages from exes or people we haven't connected to in a while. We got to be very careful, obviously, with details. Mercury retrograde is a wonderful energy to get confused and miss important details on things. So try to double check everything. Double check, especially if you're traveling. Make sure that you're going to the right airport. Make sure that you're going to the right flight. Make sure that it's the right airline. You know, all of these things are so easily confused when Mercury is retrograde. And the shadow period, for me, it's kind of like the retrograde starts on the 1st. Because that shadow energy, I feel it a lot. And Pisces, we're very sensitive. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start feeling like it's Mercury retrograde all the way from the 1st of July. Then on the 2nd, we have the eclipse on Cancer. So it's gonna be an interesting first week. But let's see what the universe has, you know, in store as advice for you Pisces for the first week of July. First week of July for our beautiful brothers and sisters, Pisceans. Universe, what is the ideal advice for Pisces for the first week? There you go. I hold purity in high esteem. Okay. The first week of the month is going to be ideal for you to reconnect to your original intentions, to the love and compassion in your heart. I have seen this trend with Pisces, and honestly, I'm a little bit included in that. If we were incredibly compassionate and incredibly open and loving and trusting and honorable, and we have received a lot of crap in the last years, I do see that some Pisces, including myself, we're more like in a survival mode and less in a I am gonna be the best human being I can be mode. So I do see some of you guys, and me included, that we're paying more attention to surviving, being okay, feeling good, than our actual set of inner values. I feel like our inner values, which are so powerful to Pisces, have been a little bit weakened recently. For some, obviously this is not going to apply for everybody. It will be a wonderful week to readdress and reassess what for you is honorable. What is pure to you? How can you make your work more pure? How can you make your attitude more pure? How can you make your intentions, your desires, your dreams more pure and aligned with the sacred energy of the universe, if that makes sense? Chakra clearing could be very powerful for some of you guys. I will be posting a meditation. I'm opening a ton of channels. I wasn't going to share anything about it, but you guys are my Pisces, so I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a intro. So I've always been someone who has a lot of passions. I am a yoga teacher, I am a tarot reader, I do a lot of different things. And it's always been a challenge for me to bring all of that together. And I don't want to stop doing yoga, I don't want to stop, you know, doing tarot, so I never really know how to bring all of that into like a cohesive business. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually opening a bunch of channels. I'm opening a English tarot channel, which is this one, of course, a Spanish tarot channel for the people who speak Spanish. I'm going to be opening a Yoga with Katie English channel for meditations and yoga classes, and one in Spanish as well for the people here in Panama. So I'm opening a lot of different channels for all of my passions to have a space and a place in the world. And I'm going to be posting meditations in the Yoga with Katie channel. So if you are someone who likes yoga, who likes meditations, guided meditations, energy clearings, I invite you to check it out and see if the energy clearing for the chakras is already uploaded, because I do get a sense that chakra work could be quite important for some of you guys in the first week of this month. If you see the illustration here, she is, you know, this illustration brings in a lot of attention to the chakra system. So if you're feeling kind of blocked or weird or unpure in any way, you know, like the chakra clearings could be very beneficial. So I'm gonna remember, Katie, please remember to place the link of the channel below. Okay, second week of July. What is up with my Pisces for the second week of July? For the beautiful Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Universe, please send us a card. What is the ideal advice for our beautiful Pisces, second week of July. There's no cards coming up. Well, we can continue to hang out. I have no problem with that. Okay. Here we go. I am open to love in various forms. I'm open to love in various forms. The second week of the month can be actually quite important as far as our relationships and the way that we allow ourselves to be seen by others. So it is a wonderful time to open up to new and different ideas of love. Yesterday, I went to bed really late and I was watching this channel called Squirmy and Grubs, which is about this guy who has a condition and he's in a wheelchair and he's a young guy. He's handsome, nice, and he has her, like his girlfriend is her caregiver, and they have this whole beautiful relationship. And I was blown away by the fact that that could happen. You know what I mean? It's obvious that that can happen. It's obvious that every single person in this world deserves love of the best kind. You know what I mean? It's obvious. But when we allow ourselves to get more and more, we allow ourselves to become witnesses of that more and more, I feel like our heart opens in different ways. And there's two channels that I recommend for you guys if you feel like you would like to tap into a higher level of love, compassion, connection, you know, and acceptance for everybody. The first one is that one, Squirmy and Grubs. I think that's the name of it. And the other one is Special Books for Special Kids. So this guy, I don't remember his name, but he goes around the world interviewing kids and people who have like difficult conditions that they live with. And he interviews them and see how every one of these families is coping with such challenges. And it's so beautiful. Like, I cried watching the videos. It's so tender and so sweet. And I feel like this second week of July is going to be ideal for that kind of connection. Seeing different avenues for love. Accepting different expressions of love. Even if we don't understand them. Even if we don't resonate with them necessarily. Trying to find evidence of all the different ways in which love manifests in the world is going to be incredibly healing for you guys and for me. For Pisces. What advice, universe, do you have for the third week of July? Can't believe we're in July already, guys. What? It's crazy. What I'm getting is that there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to be done towards yourselves in the first week of the month. That message just came in quite strongly. A lot of forgiveness towards yourself in the first week of July. Third week of the month, I spread joy. I see a lot of heart chakra healing this month for you guys. I am seeing it in every one of the cards in some shape or form. Through this back bend pose, I do feel like she's opening her heart to the world. And Pisces, this is something that we have been, you know, a little bit closed off. I've been really closed off. I was mentioning to you guys in one of the daily Pisces that my sister passed away last year. And you guys were so supportive and so loving. So thank you about that. I really appreciate it. I wish I had more time to actually comment on, like, answer every single comment. I'm still working towards it, but I haven't been able to, you know, go through all of them. But I do want to thank you for your support. And yeah. We're all healing. We're all on this journey together. This beautiful, crazy thing called life. Last week of July, advice for our beautiful Pisces. I embrace the all. That's exactly what I'm saying. Crazy, lovely, crazy life. It's beautiful in its own chaotic yet perfect way, right? So this is a month, guys, to be very much in connection to the beauty and the perfection behind it all. Everything has a purpose. Every single experience, good, bad, positive, negative, beautiful, horrible, everything has a purpose. And this is a month in which we are going to kind of like tap into our soul space a little bit more. We're stepping out of the survival energy or the controlling energy into the oneness of the universe and our awareness of it. Last message. Oh my god, no. I'm gonna pull this card out of the deck. If you are a current Pisces subscriber and you follow my readings, you know that every time that I pull this card, I don't know what it means and I can't get any energy of it. I can't. So bye. If you can, good for you. Your precision holds your playfulness. Good luck. I'm gonna pull another one. Sorry guys, this has happened so many times before. It's like the universe is trying to like hammer the message into me, but I just don't get it. Your precision holds your playfulness. I don't know. I'm gonna pull another one. For my beautiful Pisces, 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 for July. Light. Bring light to each interaction. And I believe this is that ritual they do in India, in which they play, I think it's India, in which they place the little candle lights and the offerings over the river and allow it to flow. So this could be a beautiful month to engage in ritual, offerings, things that feel sacred for you, that are sacred for you. So yes, Pisces, 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 I hope that you enjoy this reading. It was long. I love connecting to you guys. I love to hold space for you and to have you guys hold space for me. It is a beautiful, beautiful connection that we have here, and I honor it deeply. Seriously. And well, yeah, I'm gonna be placing, you know, all of the links to the other channels in case you resonate with either yoga or, you know, manifesting or any of the subjects that I'm gonna be sharing in other channels. And the reason why I am making other channels is because I want everybody to be like bombarded with only the things that they really care about. So if you are someone who enjoys the readings and you like tarot but you don't like yoga, I don't want to be bombarding you with yoga classes every morning. You know what I mean? Like, I want that to be a separate space in which everybody is completely aligned with the intention of each channel, because I feel like that keeps the energy more pure as well. So yes, I wish you a lovely month, Pisces. I'll keep connecting to you guys daily, weekly, so we're gonna stay in touch. Sending all my love to you.